The Pixar fallout continues. And after telling everybody that, oh, you're supposed to love it and you all this a bunch of dinosaurs and all kind of thing, after they were promoting the queer kiss in Lightyear as the greatest thing since sliced bread, apparently, now we're getting reports that some of the leadership was saying that, Lightyear failed because of the queer kiss. Not the fact that the movie was garbage, but because of that one queer kiss. Oh, how the tides have turned. It seemed like just yesterday they were singing the praises of the queer kiss in Lightyear. Like, this was something everybody needed to see. Everybody needed to love. And if you didn't, well, you were a horrible, horrible, despicable person. They were also telling people, this is the movie Andy saw that made him want the Buzz Lightyear action figure. I saw it and I can tell you, if Andy had seen this, he'd have never want to go near one of those toys. Let's dive in and see just how far down the crap hole it goes today. This article from Bounding into Comics. Disney leadership reportedly telling Pixar employees Lightyear was a financial failure because it had a queer kiss in it. Yeah, that's what made it a failure. According to a new report, Disney leadership have taken to internally attributing the box office failure of Pixar's Lightyear film on the fact that it featured a queer kiss. As I say before, I say again, this is how these things just turn. When they were championing it because they figured everybody was supposed to get behind this, the minute they start to lose hundreds of millions of dollars, because these people forget this is a business you're running. You have to make money. Your fans have to like it. Quickly, they just backtrack. I want to say, that in it wasn't good, and that what kind of kill it. Because you keep listening to people who show no support for anything rather than listening to fans who want. There was no reason for that to even be in the movie. There was no reason for that movie to even exist to begin with. But let's continue on. Released in June 2022 and developed on a reported budget of $200 million, the Toy Story spin-off prequel in-universe film ultimately ended its theatrical run per box office analytics outlet The Numbers with a total worldwide haul of just $218.77 million, in doing so solidifying its status as a bona fide bomb. Well, if you spend $200 million in the budget, which is just the base budget, we still don't know more, but it's just the base budget, and you only bringing $218.77 million, then you didn't just bomb, you literally crashed and burned. As for the reasons for its failure, while it would be easy and politically convenient to blame the entirety of it on noted backlash to the film's featuring of a same-sex kiss as shared between Buzz's partner Aisha and her wife Kiko, such other issues as its boring premise and generally uninspired execution also served to torpedo the film's box office prospects. Look, the film literally made no sense. They crash land on this planet. Space Command never bothered to look for them. Buzz then spent years constantly trying this thing that they keep jumping him ahead in time to get off of the planet, which constantly failed. Only for the people on the planet to say, you know what, we ain't going to bother no more, we're going to stay on the planet and still call ourselves Space Command. So, what? And then the actual algorithm to actually do the jump correctly was figured out by a robotic cat. And they could have just compiled a bunch of robotic brains and got that working. And then even Zer wasn't actually Zer, was basically all Buzz from the future who never stopped jumping, and then when they just found some robots and brought them back to attack. It made no sense. It was a horrible movie made by idiots. And then one of the people connected with the movie came out and basically said, listen, You all were just too dumb to understand the movie. That was it. Yeah, that's what it was, moron. However, in both the reversal of their previous critics of the case, an inconsequential mindset, and an apparent attempt to dodge any responsibility for their own cynical creative decisions, it appears Disney has taken to not only admitting that the discourse around the scene was particularly significant, but also blaming the entirety of Lightyear's failure on its inclusion. You know why? Because they take no blame for themselves. And I always say this, you see, Hollywood will eat itself to survive. That is it. Rather than blaming the fact that the entire movie was a load of garbage, let's throw the whole same-sex kiss that we were championing up under the bus. This is why I keep telling people, all these people who love to talk about all this inclusivity and diversity and inclusion, all this nonsense. These people are not your friends. They don't care about you. They will use you for as much as it benefits them. When it was fun and free to cancel everybody in 2017 and stuff like that, they were happy to do it. They were very happy to do it. But no, it ain't 2017 anymore. They're losing billions of dollars by the literal day. You understand? By the day they're losing money. So what better thing to do other than to just throw whatever wasn't working for them under the bus? Because public opinion is shifting now. People have gotten tired of you shoehorning all of this thing into every movie and every series and everything and watching it fail. Because all it becomes about is propping that stuff up rather than actually making anything good. Now they turn around to say, nah, this was the problem. When before they were attacking anybody who had a problem with it. They will eat each other. This is just basically woke on woke crime. And this is what you have to do and laugh at it. I tell you, Hollywood will eat itself to survive. This alleged insight into the House of Moses' current mindset was first brought to light courtesy of numerous supposedly former Pixar employees who spoke to IGN's Alex Stedman following the studio's recent layoffs. Yes, so covered about this in the Inside Out 2 video that I did, but still going to go over it. Raising Lightyear as a prime example of the studio's current creative and financial mismanagement. One anonymous employee noted that not only was Pixar leadership taking care to censor any overtly gay affection in their material, but it is, as far as I know, still a thing where leadership will bring up Lightyear specifically and say, oh, Lightyear was a financial failure because it had a queer kiss in it. That's not the reason the movie failed, they added. To this end, another anonymous former Pixar employee told Stedman, a lot of us accepted the fact that whenever I see a right character in the movie, right? Again, as I say, when you were making movies for making movies' sake and entertainment, you were not getting this nonsense. But you all threw that by the wayside and decided you want to listen to the activists who telling you this is important, push this there, put that in there, put this there, promote this, run this, put this in, run that there, go in. And where has it gotten you today? You are all sitting there wondering what in God's name are you going to do with your lives? That's it, you're wondering what are you going to do with your lives? This is what it has become. This is it. This is the result of what it has become. You let the activists take the wheel, steer the ship, they ran it into the rocks multiple times. It's sinking and they still want to drive. And now Hollywood in its desperate attempt is eating itself to try and survive. The very thing that you all were promoting and say that anybody who didn't like that queer kiss doesn't matter, the inconsequential, to hell with them. Now you come out and say it was a financial failure because of that queer kiss, and then the movie sucked. Horribly sucked. You all got rid of all the people who actually had any talent and skill and love for what they were doing, hired activists And rather than admit you did anything wrong, you would rather throw the queer kiss under the bus. That's Hollywood for you. Ultimately putting a stamp on their colleagues' complaints and revelations regarding the less than stellar working conditions of the one-stop animation studio. To a close, a former Pixar staffer asserted, I think the biggest feeling that I heard around the studio for the layoffs and stuff was that, yeah, when they talk about the fear-based way and the executives doing whatever they had to do and all of that. But the bottom line of what it boils down to is the movie was terrible. It made no sense. It had no direction. It had no purpose to the entire Lightyear movie. None. Absolutely none. People saw it and realized it was a total embarrassment. And what did they try to blame on the failure? And the time COVID. Now, they want to turn around and say, it was the queer kiss that is doomed the whole movie. As I say before, I say again, Hollywood will eat itself to survive. And when you see these kind of behavior going on, this is just woke on woke crime. And I, for one, say, damn good, you should have never made this horrible movie and you get what you freaking deserve. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. You have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.